Assalamualaikum. We want to present about leavening agents.
What is a leavening agent? A leavening agent, also known as a raising agent, any one of a number of substances used in dough and batter that cause a forming action that lighten and soften it by incorporating gas bubbles to it. Such agents include yeast, baking powder, baking soda, and so on.
Next, we go to the function of leavening agent. Firstly, chemical leavening agents such as baking soda and baking powder helps in aerating the butter by releasing gas carbon dioxide when water is added to the butter and responding to the heat. It plays an important role in achieving the desired volume and give texture in baking. This is why chemical leavening agents are widely used in making cookies, bread and cakes.
Hi, my name is Siti Nuraihan binti Azizul Hasanain and I will present about classification of leavening agent. So we have three types of leavening agent, which is biological leavening agent, chemical leavening agent, and also vaporous leavening agent. What is this? Let me show you.
Hello, welcome back. So, first is biological leavening agent. What is biological leavening agent? So, biological leavening agents are the ones which involve the use of some harmless microorganisms in the process of leavening. Yeast or Saccharomyces cerevisiae species is one such agent which produces carbon dioxide when added into food. Okay, for example, like yeast, the primary function of it is to convert fermentable sugars present in the dough into carbon dioxide and ethanol. Yeast is activated by adding it to warm sugar water solution. The water must be warm and not too hot, which could kill the yeast, or too cold, which would not help in activating the deactivated yeast. Yeast growth can be slowed down or stopped using salt or some fat. Yeast is responsible for the process of fermentation, without which there would be no such things as beer, wine, or bread. The second one is beer. The most popular drink in the world after water and tea is formed by the fermentation of starches mainly derived from cereal grains. Beer is also used as a leavening agent due to the presence of carbon dioxide in it. The second one is chemical leavening agent. It is made up with mixture or compounds that release gases when they react with each other. Most leavening agents are a combination of a salt and an acid, which is chemical salt. Okay, for example, we have baking powder, we have baking soda, like my background, Tara. Okay, baking powder is a product consisting of baking soda plus some other acidic compound, also in powder form. As long as it stays dry, it is inactive. One more step, the chemical reaction begins. However, it's less immediate than a straight baking soda reaction, but it's double acting, which means it begins working when mixed and then gives off another burst of gas when heated. That's why some quick bread butters like pancakes can be held for a while without them losing their potency. Okay, the next one is baking soda. Baking soda, which is sodium bicarbonate or bicarbonate of soda, is a white powder that comes in a box and it has a pH level of 8 to 9, which means it is a base. When combined with an acid ingredient, it will produce a chemical reaction that causes the release of carbon dioxide. Some of the acidic ingredients that will activate baking soda are buttermilk, lemon juice, yogurt, soy cream, sour cream, and others. In its dry state, baking soda is inert, but once activated, it reacts immediately. Unlike the reaction of yeast, which occurs slowly over a long period of time, baking soda acts quickly, which is why the bread and muffins it produces are called quick breads. So, and the last one is vaporous leavening agent. Okay, for example, steam. Unlike yeast, baking powder, and baking soda, all of which produce CO2 gas, steam is simply water vapor produced when the water is in your dough reaches 212 Fahrenheit and vaporized. Puff pastry and chocolate pastry are two examples of pastry that use only steam as their leavening agent, and when prepared properly are superbly airy and flaky. That's for me.
E numbers are codes for substances used as food additives, and it is commonly found in the food labels. The E numbers for some of the leavening agents are sodium carbonate, which is known as baking soda, is E500. Yeast is between E620 and E640. There are also calcium carbonate E170, calcium phosphate E341, sodium aluminum phosphate, which is E541. While overuse of leavening agent can cause some of the disadvantages to humans' body health, such as hypokalemia, which is potassium blood deficiency, hypochloremia, which is chloride blood deficiency, hypernatremia, which is rise in sodium levels. Also, it can worsening kidney disease and heart failure, muscle weakness and cramps, and increased stomach acid production.
Fun facts about leavening agent. People always assume that leavening agent only used in lighten and soften the mixture. But do you know that leavening agent also give a big contribution in chocolate making? Excess sodium bicarbonate is often used to enhance the color of the chocolate. For example, from red to black brown. This can happen when we increase the pH of the chocolate by adding excess sodium bicarbonate.
Here, I want to conclude that no matter which method is your favorite, you will probably use all of them throughout your time as a baker. Each leavening agent is more suited for specific recipe types. Personally, to me, I will not recommend you to mix and match them in recipe. That's all from us. Thank you.